Doyle against Obradovic. You can recover from bad starts and penalty shootouts, but it's always a nice boost of confidence if you score your first.
It's just important. It's different in terms of a normal 90 minutes penalty and a penalty in a penalty shootout. Shootout penalty, you cannot change your mind. Pick your spot as you walk up. Focus on the penalty and put it away.
This is worth so much for St. Patrick's Athletic, this shootout. But Doyle has to put all of that out of his mind. All he should be thinking about now is scoring this penalty, and I'm sure that's all he is thinking about. Yes, Doyle scores it.
Straight down the middle, very clever. I always believe that in the first penalty in a penalty shootout, the keeper will dive. 9 times out of 10, they'll dive for every one.
Straight down the middle, Owen Doyle. The keeper blinked, I think it's fair to say. Joseph Anang is up next. Or is he just testing the football? He's just testing the football. Of course, he's up next to save it. What am I doing? I'm getting carried away. It is Bobby Canick.
Missed a penalty at the weekend, then scored one. Went keeper's right for that one that he scored from. So hopefully Anang will...
Anang, who's been excellent in play tonight. What's he going to be like during penalties? Bobby Canick scores.
Does the same as Owen Doyle. Realised that Anang was going to go down. Probably had looked at his penalty from the weekend. His 2 penalties. And just goes down the middle. Camley taking penalty from the stand-in skipper.
Ronan Coughlin.
Now, he usually is very nonchalant when taking penalties. He'll take a step, wait for the keeper to move and put them in. It'll be interesting to see what he does here.
Coughlin to put Pats in front, which he does. Cool as you like.
And that's what you like to see. Someone with that confidence in front of goal in such a pressure game. To be able just to do something like that. He's just telling all the Mura fans just to calm down a little bit.
And this is the man who was brought on specifically to take a penalty, Magic.
As I mentioned earlier, the prolific goal scorer in the second tier last season.
He's missed it. St. Pat's lead.
And he's not as prolific tonight from 12 yards. He tries to go high, which is a dangerous move in these type of games. When they go in, you'd call it world class. But thankfully it didn't.
Here's Barry Cotter. Should have scored last week, should have scored this week. Can he score now?
His first taste of European football this season. He's done remarkably well.
Cotter skies it, just lean back a little bit.
It's those type of penalties where you make those run-ups and you're running on the spot. I don't understand it. Don't understand why you can't just run up and take a penalty and blast it.
Well, every aspect of Cotter except in front of goal has been impressive for St. Pat so far. Here's Daku. Should have had a penalty in normal time in the first half. Does have a penalty now.
He missed one for his hat-trick on Sunday. He scored 2. He put a keeper's right as well.
That's a perfect penalty.
Again, that was the type of run-up he did on Sunday. I was wondering whether he was going to do it again. And he did, and nonchalant as he like.
And Ang went to the right side. It was good goalkeeping, but when a penalty is taken that well, it's impossible to stop.
So we're all squared after 3 penalties each. And probably the player that's coming up now, Jason McLennan, was brought on for this exact reason.
McLennan to put St. Pat's back in front.
He scored in the cup final shootout against Bohemians in the FAI Cup final last November.
Can he do it again? Yes, that's a fantastic strike.
It's a very, very good penalty by Jason McClelland. Anang taking his time, doing all he can, put off the Mura penalty taker. He's just out of shot at the moment. Klepak, I think.
3-2 Pat's lead, but obviously Mura are one penalty short. It is Klepak. Klepak against Anang. Anang saves! It's another fantastic save from Anang, and it's advantage St. Patrick's Athletic.
Score this and we win. A huge opportunity for St. Pat's to go into the next round of the Europa Conference League.
It's been a good night for the League of Ireland. Can St. Patrick's Athletic make it a great night? It is Gravosti who scored a spectacular goal earlier in the season. This will be spectacular also, I think it's fair to say.
A huge moment for St. Patrick's Athletic.
Gravosti to kick St. Patrick's Athletic into the next round. Fantastic save. Fantastic save.
It's a good save by Obradovic. But Pat's still in the ascendancy. If Anang saves this, they're through.
Well, he tried to do the right thing of going low, but just a little bit too close to the goalkeeper. They thought it was in for a second. So did I have to say. It's not done yet for St. Patrick's Athletic.
It's a strong right hand. The other substitute Trollers on had a huge impact in the game. And Anang, who's been incredible over the last two games with fantastic saves. Can he just do one more?
Well, he's already made himself a hero tonight. If he saves this, he'll make himself a legend. Schroller against Anang. He has to score this. The pressure all on him. We are going to sudden death.
It's a brilliant penalty by Martin Schroller. 23 years of age. Puts it into the top corner. The Croatian, he's only recently signed from Illuminage.
Cracking penalty, wasn't it?
Absolutely no chance for Joseph Anang. And as you say, Oisín, we're into sudden death.
Timmermans. Would you rather go first or second in sudden death?
First.
And the Saints are first here. Obradovic doing the mind games. Do these things make any difference? I don't know. I suppose if Timmermans misses or he saves, then he'll say it does.
Absolutely does. 100% does. Clever from Obradovic, but what I would do if I was Timmermans there is stand over the ball until he's finished and place my ball down again.
Timmermans. Oh, that is confident and cool.
It's a superb penalty. Right into the side netting. Obradovic goes the right way, but he's unable to grab a hand to it like he did with Gravotsi's.
Worth another look. So Anang steps up. If he saves this, St. Patrick's Athletic are going through. It's Beganovic.
And Obradovic didn't even get the ball for his player. He left it in the goal. Anang isn't certainly going to get it for him, so it was a longer walk than usual for Beganovic. It's the small margins.
Anang against Beganovic. He has to score, which he has.
Mura's penalties, most of them have gone high into the goal, and as they're being taken, it looks as if for a split second they're going over the bar, but it's a very well taken penalty by Beganovic. Leaves Anang with no chance. These are the penalties now where the lads probably weren't putting their hands up for, and it's Serge Atakai who has the responsibility of trying to net the 7th penalty and 5th successful one.
And again, if he misses and Mura score, then Mura march on. If he scores and Mura miss, then St. Patrick's Athletic go to the 3rd qualifying round in the Europa Conference League. Another fine penalty. They are really responding to the pressure, aren't they? This is tough. They're away from home in Europe, and I know they've played relatively well tonight, but I mean, it's not a lottery, but it is a test of your mentality as much as your skill.
It's a fantastic penalty. Opened his body up really well to slot it home. I criticised him a couple of times during the 120 minutes of football for making wrong choices and wrong decisions when he's been in good areas. He stepped up there really, really well. And we have a goalkeeper.
Keeper on keeper. Obradovic against Anang. Doesn't look overly confident. Obradovic! Oh, so close.
He went straight down the middle. It was as if Anang knew exactly what he was going to do. Stood tall. But the power behind it just brought it through. Anang. So
it was almost too close to him, if that makes any sense. If he'd been able to stretch his arm out or hand out another inch or two.
Captain Joe Redmond, a colossus over the 2 games, led by example, captain's armband.
Another good penalty.
Calm as you like.
Not bad from the 22-year-old Anang. He must be still thinking about that one that clipped off his wrist or his hand and still went in.
Obradovic has learned his lesson from not leaving the ball in the goal.
It's Sipo.
"19 years of age. Theo, brother of Kai.
6th appearance of the season. It will be probably the most memorable one if he was to score this. Sipo against Anang. He's missed, and the Saints go marching on in Europe. It's a wonderful, wonderful night for St. Patrick's Athletic. And Anang, well, he didn't save that when he watched it sky over, but he did his bit during the game. He did his bit during the penalty shootout. And Tim Clancy, a rookie manager in European terms, guides his team to the next round.
The players deserve huge credit for their performance over the 2 legs, Oisin. It's a magnificent achievement to be able to do this at such a big stage. Mura, who were in the Europa Conference League last year, defeating Tottenham Hotspur, and Vitesse Arnhem are in the group stages with them as well. And to be able to come out here to Slovenia and defend so resolutely at 0-0 for the 120 minutes and to go into the penalty shootout up against it. Unbelievable stuff from Tim Clancy's players and staff to get through this game.
Well, I've said it numerous occasions tonight, we're bringing you this game from Kilmainham, but as I pop one ear off my earphones, I think I can hear the cheering from around Inchicore, from around West Dublin. What a night